Hi there. We looked today in class at special trig limits, and they are on my website in the notes that we took. Okay, so I've selected two problems to demonstrate some of the manipulation that will correspond to problems that you have on your homework assignment tonight. The first one is number 70. So the limit as theta approaches 0 of cosine theta times tangent theta all over theta. Okay. Our first step is to plug in, so I'm going to take this 0 and I'm going to plug it in. When I do cosine of 0, which is 1, times tangent of 0, which is 0, so 1 times 0 is 0, and 0 in the denominator. So when I plug in, I get 0 over 0, and we can't get that, right? So that's our cue that we need to go back, we need to look, can we factor, can we rationalize, can we get rid of an extra denominator, can we distribute? We need to do something, and if you aren't sure what to do initially, try something, right? If you see something that can be rewritten in any way, go ahead and do it and see if it opens up a door that allows you to find a solution to the problem. Okay? So looking at this, initially the only thing I'm thinking right now is tangent theta. I can rewrite that. Personally, I like cosines and sines better, so if I ever can rewrite something in the form of a cosine or sine, I do. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this as limit as theta approaches 0 of cosine theta, and tangent theta can be rewritten as sine theta over cosine theta. All of this is still over theta. Okay, and so I'm going to look again, what else is sticking out to me? Well, I noticed here I have a cosine theta, and then there's a cosine theta in the denominator over here, and so these could cancel out, and so I would have the limit as theta approaches 0 of sine theta over theta. Now that I've simplified something, I might choose to plug in 0 again and see if I get a number. Right? So if I plug in 0 in here, sine of 0 is 0 over 0, and we can't have 0 over 0, so there must be some other step that we can take. Well, this right here is a special trig limit that we learned. The limit as theta approaches 0 of sine theta over theta is 1. And there's my answer. Okay, for number 75, we're looking at the limit as x approaches pi over 2 of cosine x over cotangent x. So again, our first step is to plug in, but cosine of pi over 2 is 0. And cotangent of pi over 2 is also 0, and we can't have 0 over 0. So we have to do something else. Looking at this, I again notice a trigonometric that is not in terms of sine and cosine, and so I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this because I like sines and cosines a little bit better. So you have limit as x approaches pi over 2 cosine x, and cotangent x is cosine x over sine x. So you'll be looking, well, what else can I do? Well, I notice I have an extra denominator here, right? There's a fraction in the denominator of my overall fraction, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this bottom denominator, this extra denominator, and I'm going to do that by multiplying the bottom by sine x, because that'll allow them to cancel. Remember, we don't want to change the function factor. We can't really change the function. There's no equal sign to multiply to the opposite of. So in order to not change it, we have to multiply the top by the same. Right? That way what we're actually multiplying by is 1, which doesn't alter it. And so we have the signs cancel, and I'm left with the limit as x approaches pi over 2 of cosine x sine x all over cosine x. Right there, I see two terms that can cancel. Cosine x can cancel, and so I'm left with the limit as x approaches pi over 2 of sine x. Well, when you plug in there, you get sine of pi over 2, which is 1. And there's your answer.